to the Catholic Nurse Coach channel, where I will show you how to balance work, home life, and everything in between. My name is Nicole Haugen, and let's get started. Welcome, and today we are going to talk about what to do when you have an unexpected pregnancy. So maybe you are standing over that pregnancy test and you are not expecting a positive sign and you're freaking out a little bit or a lot of it because you already have a lot of kids, or this wasn't the right time, or oh my gosh, I just lost a bunch of weight and I worked so hard and I don't want to have to go through that again. Or maybe you were really sick during your pregnancies and that was a struggle and you don't want to go through that again. So I'm here to talk you through all of those thoughts. Okay. So I got certified through the life coach school. And so through that, we teach the model. So C is circumstance, T is a thought, F is a feeling, A is your action, and R is your results. And ultimately, our thoughts always give us our results. Okay. So you have a positive pregnancy test, and maybe you have kids ages 6, 5, 3, and 2. Okay. I had 6 kids in a little over 8 years. So I know how that goes. I know all the thoughts that run through your mind. Mostly, I can't do this. What are we going to do for money? I'm not ready for this. I didn't want this to happen. Right? Like, it's a lot of, I would say maybe selfish thoughts, but that's okay. Right? It's natural to have those thoughts. And I would always feel hopeless. Like, what's the point? Because I just started losing weight again. I just started feeling myself. Man, I just stopped nursing the baby 2 months ago, and I was finally starting to feel like I felt good in my own skin again. Okay, so all of those things run through our minds so quickly. And again, that's okay because you're human. But those thoughts lead you to feeling hopeless or despair or maybe some fear. Okay. And then I would always cry. Always cry. Sometimes I'd be angry. Then I would start to worry. I'd worry about money. I'd whine about all the things I'd have to sacrifice. And then I'd see all the ways that I was currently failing. And I'd worry some more and worry and worry some more. And then I'd overeat. And then I'd go and sit on my phone so I wouldn't have to think about this issue. And then I would go to watch Netflix. And then the overall thing is I'm not problem solving. Okay. And I'm not praying. And I'm just stuck in this worry and this hopeless feeling. And the result is when I'm showing up like this in my actions, my result is I can't do it, right? Because I'm not taking action. I'm not doing anything. I'm just buffering. I'm just checking out, so overwhelmed. Oh, we've never had issues conceiving. And so I know that there's a whole other issue and crux to bear when you cannot have kids. But when you are very fertile and you have no problem conceiving, that's also a cross to bear as well. And I think that's something that we don't talk about as Catholics because everybody's like, oh, children are a blessing. And they are. Absolutely 100% they are. I love all my children. But there's also a big change that your body goes through. There's a lot of hormones. There's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of crying and a lot of temper tantrums. And a lot of, I don't know how I'm going to do all this because most families now work, both parents work outside the home, right? To get the amount of income that we need. So it's a lot to handle. It's a lot on our shoulders. And again, it just feels hopeless. Okay. So I want you to feel that feeling, whatever it is. Maybe it's not hopeless for you. Maybe it's just dread or overwhelm or panic. Whatever that is, I want you to feel it in your body. For me, it was always like my hands would be visibly shaking. I would be shaking and just like, I can't believe it. I would double check multiple times, make sure it was right. Maybe you even, like, some of your actions are you go and get another pregnancy test to verify. Maybe part of you is in denial, thinking like, okay, well, I'll go to the doctor and have them test me there because I don't believe this is correct. It can't be, right? So I want you to just allow that. Just allow that horrible panic, hopeless dread feeling, where is it at? Is it in your chest? Does it feel like you got punched in the stomach? Does it radiate to like feeling a heavy weight on your shoulders? Okay, I want you to describe it. I want you to give it a color. I want you to name it, and I want you to sit with it. And after 60 to 90 seconds, it will fade away. Okay. A deep breath. Okay. And it often comes back, right? Because we will have these thoughts again. They'll just come up again, but you're going to feel that, where you're going to recognize it. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, there's that hopeless feeling. Okay. I'm just going to sit with it and allow it. And once it passes away, then we can move into an intentional model or having intentional thoughts. Okay. So the circumstance is the same. You have a positive pregnancy test, and maybe you have 4 kids, ages 8, 5, 3, and 2. Okay. And maybe instead of having the thought, I can't do this, after you feel that feeling and allow it to go away, you can think of one of these thoughts. Okay. These are some different variations, and you're going to just pick one that really feels good to you, or maybe take a combination, or maybe something, none of these really feel good to you. So you're going to just find something that does. Okay. So some examples are, I'm learning to ask for help. I'm learning where to take shortcuts. I can focus on one day at a time. I can do hard things. I have a protocol for this, and I can do this. Okay. Because we don't want to jump right into it from I can't do this to, okay, I can do this. Like, no. We might need to start like learning to ask for help. What are ways you can get curious and say, okay, like I need my husband to take the kids to daycare so I can sleep an extra 20 minutes. Maybe it's putting a glass of water beside your bed. So when you wake up, if you're nauseous, maybe having some saltine crackers and some water. So you start your day off not feeling as nauseous. Okay. Maybe it's asking your husband, be like, hey, because I know for us, like I was always, almost always, I think with the last one I wasn't, but almost always nursing the last baby, and then I would get pregnant. So maybe you need to just say, hey, you know what? We're switching to formula so I can sleep during the night and my husband can get up with them. Like these are just adjustments we're going to make for the next month or two until we get past those few weeks where I feel horrible and I know that. Okay. Or maybe you feel nauseous all the time during your pregnancy. So what are some things you can do to ask for help? And also, where can I learn to take shortcuts? Okay. Maybe we don't need to have a 5-course meal every night. Maybe this is the time where we have peanut butter and jelly, cereal, pizza, grilled cheese, and hot dogs. Okay. And we're going to rotate through those 5 meals every night until past 6 weeks, past 14 weeks. Okay. Maybe throw in a little variation every now and then if the husband wants to help cook, but find 5 or 6 meals, rotate through. For the most part, kids like the same things anyway. So mac and cheese, hot dogs, okay, corn dogs. And then the thought, I can focus at one day at a time, because we can. If that's too much, you can do, I can focus on 1 hour at a time. Okay. Right now, I'm just getting up, I'm showering, I'm going to work. That's what I'm doing for this hour. Okay. Next hour, I'm driving to work. Next hour, I'm at work. This is the task I'm going to do for this hour. Okay. Focus 1 hour at a time. And I can do hard things, because if you have kids already, you know that you can do hard things, especially in this scenario where you have 4 children. You've done this 4 times before. You know what to expect. You know how to handle it. Our brain likes to be dramatic and say, oh yeah, well, we can't keep on the laundry the way it is, and we can't keep up on the dishes. It's okay. We have 9 months to figure that out. And we also have time where like the new baby really doesn't eat food, really doesn't, right? So like it's not like our grocery bill's going to jump up huge. You'll have a hospital bill or checkups, but we can figure this out. Okay. I can do hard things. I also like to I have a protocol for this, because I'd like to think of if it's going to be a day where like it's red, I feel completely nauseous, I cannot go to work, I'm throwing up. Okay. That's a red day. Yellow day is like, I'm kind of nauseous, I really don't feel 100%, but like I can go to work and I can get things, but it's going to be a bare minimum day. And then green is like, I feel good, I feel amazing, I think I can actually get work done plus other things done today. And then just have a protocol. So a red day would absolutely be like, order in food fast food, freezer food, right? Maybe call and ask a friend if they can bring you something. Ask the husband if he can pick up food. Okay. That's red days. You're going to plan those out. What does that look like? What do you need to do? How long can you sleep in? Can you sleep in? What time do you want to go to bed on those days? Okay. Same thing for yellow and green. And you're really going to walk through and say, okay, for me, a yellow day looks like this. So this is how I'm going to plan for that. Okay. These are the steps I can take to make it really easy for myself. All right. And then last of all, I can do this, right? I've done this before. I can do this. Okay. My emotions got the best of me, but I can do this. There's a lot of other women who can do this. I can do this. There's a lot worse moms out there than I am. I'm trying, I'm learning. Okay. And one of these ones will help you feel peace, calm. Okay. You may not feel excited because there was a few pregnancies where like, I was really not excited really until the very, very end. Like a couple of weeks before, I was like, okay, now I'm getting excited. And I think that's okay, just to recognize that and just say, okay, but overall, I want to find a thought that's going to bring me just calm. Okay, so I'm not constantly spinning in overwhelm and stress. I just want to feel calm. And then you're going to ask for help. You'll find ways to make the day easier. You'll pray. You'll plan times of rest. You're going to ask your 8-year-old to help because guess what? 8-year-olds, they can put hot dogs in the microwave and make hot dogs. Okay. They can fold clothes. They can put clothes away. They can start a load of laundry. 8-year-olds, they can load the dishwasher. They can unload the dishwasher. They can sweep the floor. They can do so many things. In fact, if you have an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, 5-year-olds can also do those things. They might not be done perfectly, but we're learning to let things go and ask for help. Okay. And then again, you'll set the protocol for the days because like you're learning to ask for help. I have a protocol for this. Okay. And again, the red, green, and yellow days. And overall, like you're going to show mercy towards yourself. This is not a time to beat yourself up and to show yourself all the ways you're failing already. And so, of course, you're going to fail even more with another kid. No. If that comes up again, just feel that, allow that feeling, recognize the thought that you're thinking that causes that, and just say, oh, brain, thank you. I know you're trying to keep me safe, but that just leaves me feeling hopeless. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel calm and I can do hard things. Okay. And your result is if, like it'll reflect what your thought is. So if you're learning to ask for help, your result is going to be you're going to start asking for help. If you're learning where to take shortcuts, your result's going to be you're learning to take shortcuts and you're finding amazing shortcuts. Okay. I can do hard things. Yes, I can do hard things. This is all hard and I'm doing it every single day. Right. So I hope that's so helpful. If you want to be coached one-on-one with me through things like this, bring your examples, bring your struggles. You can book a free discovery call with me. I'd love to hear all about it and to see if you want to do coaching with me. If you're a good fit for my style, you can go to www.catholicnursecoach.com and book a free discovery call today.